A very good afternoon to one and all. This is Dr. Pranay Dupe, and today we are going to discuss about one of the supergroup, which is very uh, known or very can say the it is found in your North India and most of the of very different part of the country. The name of this group is the Vindhyan supergroup. So in this lecture, we will see about the introduction about Vindhyan supergroup, how the Vindhyan supergroup form. Then Vindhyan Basin is named after the Vindhyan mountain. The Vindhyan Basin is named after the Vindhyan mountain, which cover an exposed area of 60,000 square kilometers. Vindhyan Basin is named after the Vindhyan mountain, which cover an exposed area of 60,000. So it is having a good amount of exposure as far as the Vindhyan Basin are concerned. So we have a Vindhyan mountain, and that Vindhyan mount, the name of this Vindhyan Basin will become only after the Vindhyan Basin. Name of the Vindhyan Basin is come after the only Vindhyan mountain. This one cover an exposed area of 60,000 square kilometer and a concealed area of 1,62,000 kilometer square under the Indo-Gangetic alluvium and Deccan Tract. The, the strata are exposed in Sun Valley. The strata are exposed in Sun Valley, Bundelkhand and Rajasthan. The strata, which is the strata of this Vindhyan Basin is exposed in Sun Valley, Bundelkhand and Rajasthan. The Sun Narmada fault bound the basin in the south and the Great Boundary Fault in the northwest. Geographically, it starts from the Sasaram in the east to Dholpur in the north. Vindhyan Basin is belong to the Mesoproterozoic. Vindhyan Basin is belong to the Mesoproterozoic. It is a sickle shape east-northeast trending situated on the Bundelkhand Plateau. So Vindhyan Basin is the name of Vindhyan Basin is only come after the mountain. It covers an area which is exposed around 60,000 square kilometer and concealed the area of 1,62,000 kilometer under the Indo-Gangetic alluvium and Deccan Tract. The strata are exposed in Sun Valley. The strata are exposed in the Sun Valley, which is Bundelkhand, which is mostly in Bundelkhand and Rajasthan. The Sun Narmada fault bound the basin in the south and Great Boundary Fault in the northwest. Geographically, it starts from the Sasaram in the east to Dholpur in the north. Vindhyan Basin are belong to the Mesoproterozoic, and it is sickle shaped east north east trending, which is situated on the Bundelkhand Plateau. So this is how your groups will be looks like. This is how your groups will be looks like. This is a Bijawar, Aravalli Craton and all. So you can see that this is a Vindhyan Basin which is surrounding by the Bundelkhand Craton, which is modified by the after the from the Kali 1991. So this is a reference. You can see the Bijawar, Sagar, Deccan Trap, Aravalli Craton, and this all the groups which is situated nearby. Then you have a lithostratigraphy of the Vindhyan group. Then you have a lithostratigraphy of the Vindhyan group. So Vindhyan group started from divided into the four groups. Vindhyan is a super group which is divided into four different super group. One is Semri group, Kemur group, Reva group, and Bhandev group. Semri group, Kemur, Reva, and Bhandev. This is the four different groups we have. So Cambridge group is having a angular unconformity and overlay on the granites and supercluster. Granite and supercluster. Then you have a Deolant sandstone, Arangi shale, Kajrat limestone, Chopin porcelainite, Keonjua shale, Barbon limestone, Chorat sandstone, Rotas limestone, Suket shale. So this is a different kind of formation we have. This is a different kind of formation we have. Then we have a Kaimur group. So in Kaimur group we have a Sasaram sandstone, Guruma shale, Markundi sandstone, Bijagar Shale, Mansar Formation, and Dendrul Quartzite. So this is a different formation we have in a Kaimur group. The depth of the Kaimur group is 400 million meter. The depth of the this one is 400 meter. Then you have Rewa group of Rewa group. So in Rewa groups you have Panna Shale. In Rewa group you have Panna Shale, Asan sandstone, Ziri Shale, Ramgund sandstone, and Govindgarh sandstone. So this is a different formation we have. This is a different formation we have. Then you have in Bhandar group, you have Ganugarh shale, Lapri limestone, Bundi hill sandstone, and Sibru shale, and Mallar sandstone. So this is a different formation we have. This is a different formation we have in a Vindhyan supergroup. So stratigraphy of this group is composed of this all what we seen in last this one. Can be divided into two, that is a upper Vindhyan and lower Vindhyan. So Vindhyan supergroup are different parts, that is a upper Vindhyan and lower Vindhyan. Upper Vindhyan and lower Vindhyan. Lower Vindhyan is million year. Vindhyan supergroup is 1300 to 1100 million years. Marine in origin considering the calcareous and argillaceous sediment. Then you have upper Vindhyan, which is 1000 to 600 million year, which is fluidile in origin and exclusively arenaceous in nature. Upper Vindhyan are enclosed. Upper Vindhyan are enclosed with the two diamond bearing horizon from which Panna and Golconda diamond have been mined. The upper and lower Vindhyan supergroup are separated by unconformity, which is prominent in the north but almost disappear in the southern area. So, the lithology of this section is having a lower Vindhyan that showing the Semri group of the formation. The Semri group will have thickness of 3000 to 4000 meter thickness, derive its name from the Semri group river, well developed in the eastern Sun Valley. It rests with the non-conformity on Bundelkhand. Irregular thickness indicate the irregular basin floor. It is made up of the five alternating formation of shale and carbonate with the areas of sandstone and volcanic clastic unit. The basal succession consists of conglomerate, crossbed, heterogeneous sandstone and shale. Late isochrone age is 1750 to 1500 million years. So this is the different groups we have in a lower Vindhyan basin. Then you have Kaimur group in upper Vindhyan. Then you have Kaimur group in upper Vindhyan. Kaimur group is separated from the lower Vindhyan by the unconformity. It's a 400 meter. Thickness of this one is a 400 meter. It's named after the Kaimur scar. It's named after the Kaimur scar. It is essentially made up of the sandstone and shale. So Kaimur group is mostly showing the significant sandstone and shale as their occurrences. Then the ripple mark and sun crack are found on the shale. So ripple mark are very much common in the shales. In Bundelkhand, it shows a basal conglomerate containing the pebbles of jasper. Using the rubidium strontium isochrome, the age is 1100 to 1150 million. Then you have a Rewa group. So Rewa group is named after the Rewa state. The thickness of this one is a 100 to 300 million meter. The sediment thickness to the north indicating the deepening of the basin. The sediment thickness to the north indicating the deepening of the basin, which is separated from the Kaimur by the zone of diamond bearing conglomerate. It consists of series of shale and sandstone formation that in the areas contain the kimberlite derived the diamondiferous conglomerate. The presence of mud cracks suggests the periodical exposure, and the presence of rain print in the shale indicate the subaerial condition. The the basal Panna shale without any basal conglomerate indicate the continuity of deposition from the Kaimur group. It named after the Bhandar upland extensively developed along the axis of basin and in the Bhopal inlier within the Deccan Tract. The thickness is 1300 to 1500 meter. It is separated from the Rewa group by horizon of diamond bearing conglomerate. Bhandar sandstone are fine grained and soft. The Ganugar shale with the stromatolitic limestone, the Ganugar shale with the stromatolitic limestone indicate the shoreline lagoon tidal plat complex. The top unit of Mahar sandstone, the top unit of Mahar sandstone unit is blanket deposit with the ripple marks, cross-bedding and load cast indicating the tidal plat to near shore littoral environment. What is the economic importance of this mineral? What is the economic importance of this mineral? So diamond, pyrite, coal, limestone, and decorative stone are reported from the Vindhyan basin. Diamond have been reported in the conglomerate in the Panna. The limestone of the Vindhyan are among the most important source of the raw material for the lime and cement industry in the India. Vindhyan sandstone near the UP Vindhyan sandstone near the UP on disintegrating by the weathering in good sand which are being used for the manufacture of glass. Pyrite is reported Pyrite is reported from the Bijagar shale of Lower Kaimur. The material is of good quality containing around the 45% of the sulfur without any arsenic. Um, So Vindhyan Basin, also called as the Purana Basin. So Vindhyan Basin is also called as the Purana Basin. Is one of the important Mesoproterozoic basin. The age of this basin is a Mesoproterozoic basin from 1600 to 1100, 1600 to 1100 million a year. In Rewa group, some formation of shale. In Rewa group, some formation of the shale contain the diamantiferous. Presence of coal intercalation indicate the existence of plant in Kemur and Semri group. Though there is a no workable coal seam, the evidences of life is either direct or indirect. Direct evidences is mega and micro fossil, whereas the indirect evidences is stromatolite and algal mats, etc. Vindhyan supergroup is the thickest Precambrian sedimentary succession of India, and duration of its deposition is the youngest one. This is what about the Vindhyan group, which is a very important. So Vindhyan Basin, the name of this basin is just come after the Vindhyan mountain. The name of the comes after the Vindhyan mountain. It covers an exposed area of 60,000 square kilometer. It covers the exposed area of 60,000 square kilometer and conceal the area of 1,62,000 kilometers square under the Indo-Gangetic alluvium and Deccan Tract. The strata are exposed. The strata are exposed in Sun Valley, Bundelkhand, and Rajasthan. The Sun Narmada fault bound the basin in the south and the Great Boundary Fault in the northwest. Geographically, start from the Sasaram. Geographically, it start from the Sasaram, and in the east, in the Dholpur in the north. Vindhyan Basin is belong to the Mesoproterozoic. Vindhyan Basin is belong to the Mesoproterozoic. It is a sickle shape, east northeast trending, situated on the Bundelkhand Plateau. So this is a Vindhyan Basin. How it looks like. So Vindhyan Basin surrounding the Bundelkhand Plateau. Vindhyan Basin surrounding the Bundelkhand Plateau, which which is modified from the Kale map, Kale 1991. So you can see the Bijawar group, Gwalior, Agra, this one. Then you have Satpura Mobile Belt in the Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, that's some Narmada Sonam Valley. So this is where your Indian basin is surrounded by different kind of things. So this is a lithostratigraphy of Vindhyan group. Of Vindhyan supergroup. So starting from the Semri group, which having a 3,000 to 4,000 meter. Semri group is a 3,000 to 4,000 meter. It is overlie on the granite and supracluster. It overlie on a granite and supracluster. The angular unconformity and non-conformity. Then we have Devland sandstone, Arangi shale, Karjat limestone, Chopan porcelainite, Keonjhar shale. So this is a different kind of formation we have in this one. And you have Chorat sandstone, Bhagwan limestone, Rohtas limestone, and Suket shale. So this is a different formation we have. Then what kind? Then the Sasaram sandstone. So the formation in the Kaimur group is having a Sasaram sandstone, Gurma shale, uh, Markundi sandstone, Bijagad shale, Mansir formation, and Dhantuli quartzite. So this is the different formation we have in this formation. Then you have Rewa group. That is a Rewa group having a Panna shale, Asan sandstone, Jhiri shale. Then you have a sandstone that is a Drumgunj sandstone, Govindgarh sandstone. So this is the different sandstone we have in this group. Then we have a Bhandara group. In the Bhandara group, you have a Gaurigarh shale, Lakeri limestone, Bundi hill sandstone, Sirbu shale, and Mayer sandstone. So this is a different formation we have in this one. So the stratigraphy of the stratigraphy of this Vindhyan supergroup showing the Vindhyan supergroup can be divided into two part, that is upper Vindhyan and lower Vindhyan. Divided this one into two part, that is upper Vindhyan and lower Vindhyan. This one is composed of sandstone, shale, and carbonate. This one is composed of sandstone, shale, and carbonate. Few conglomerate and volcanoclastic bed. Lower Vindhyan is 1300 to 1100 million year marine in origin, that is consisting of the calcareous and argillaceous sediment. Upper Vindhyan is 1000 to 600 million year fluviatile in origin and exclusively arenaceous. The upper Vindhyan includes two diamond bearing horizon from which Panna and Golconda diamond have been mined. The upper and lower Vindhyan supergroup is separated by conformity, with the prominent separated by the conformity with the prominent in the north but almost disappear in the southern areas. Then what kind of lithology you have in a different groups? What kind of lithology you have in a different group? So first group is a Semri group. Okay, first group is a Semri group, which is having a 3,000 to 4,000 meter thickness. Name is derived from the its name is derived from the Semri River, which is well developed in the eastern Sun Valley. It rests with the non-conformity on Bundelkhand. Irregular thicknesses indicate the irregular basin floor. It is made up of the 5 alternating formation of shale and carbonate, and with the area of sandstone and volcanic clastic unit. Basal succession is consist of the conglomerate, crossbed, ferruginous sandstone, and shale. Then you have Kaimur group. Then you have a Kaimur group. Kaimur group is separated from the lower Vindhyan by the unconformity. Kaimur group is separated from the lower Vindhyan by the unconformity. Thickness of this Kaimur group is a 400 million meter thickness. It is named after the Kaimur scar. It is named after the Kaimur scar. It is essentially made up of the sandstone shale. It is essentially made up of the sandstone and shale. The ripple mark and sun crack are found on the shale. In Bundelkhand, it shows the basal conglomerate containing the pebbles of jasper. Using the rubidium strontium isochrone, the age is 1100 to 1150 million years. Then you have a Rewa group. So Rewa group is named after the Rewa state. Thickness of this group is 100 to 300 meter. The sediment thickened to the north, indicating the deepening of the basin. It is separated from the Kaimur by the zone of diamond-bearing conglomerate. It consists of the series of shales and sandstone formation that in the area contain the kimberlite-derived diamondiferous conglomerate. The presence of mud cracks suggests the periodical exposure, and the presence of rain print in the shale indicate the subaerial condition. The basal Panna shale without any basal conglomerate, indicating the continuity of the deposition from the Kaimur group. The Bhandir group is a name. This group is Bhandir group is a name up along the axis of basin and the Bhopal inlet within the Deccan Tract. The thickness is 1300 to 1500 meter. Thickness is 1300 to 1500 meter. It is separated from the Rewa group by the horizon. It is separated from the Rewa group by the horizon diamond bearing conglomerate. The Pandar sandstone are fine grained and soft. The Ganugarh shale with the stromatolitic limestone. The Ganugarh shale with the stromatolitic limestone indicate the shoreline lagoon tidal flat complex. The top unit of Maihar sandstone unit is blanket deposit with the ripple marks, the cross bedding and load cast indicating the tidal plateau near shore littoral environment. What is the economic important? What is the economic important of the this group? What is the economic important of this group? So diamond, pyrite, and coal and decorative stones are reported from the Vindhyan Basin. So Vindhyan Basin, so each and every basin is having some advantage. Okay, each and every basin is having some advantage and mineral, some important mineral which is there in that formation. So Vindhyan is having a diamond, that is Panna diamond is a very famous one. So pyrite is also known as the foolish gold and something like that. And you have coal. You know that coal is used for the energy to form the electricity and all. Then you have a limestone, building and decorative stones. These all are reported from the Vindhyan Basin. These all are reported from the Vindhyan Basin. Diamond have been reported in the conglomerate in Panna. Diamond have been reported in conglomerate in Panna. The limestone of the Vindhyan are among the most important source of raw material for the lime and cement industry in the India. Vindhyan sandstone near UP, Vindhyan sandstone near UP on disintegrating by the weathering yield good sand which are being used for the manufactures of glass. Pyrite, so pyrite is reported from the the material is good quality containing around 45% of the sulfur without any arsenic. So pyrite is a the sulfur. So this is what about the pyrite. This is all about the pyrite. So the what is the Vindhyan Basin is all about? Vindhyan Basin is also called as the Purana Basin because the age of this one is a very older one. Age of this one is a very older one. That is why it is called as the Vindhyan Basin, Purana Basin. Is one of the important Mesoproterozoic basin. Is one of the important Mesoproterozoic basin. In Rewa group, some formation of shale and sandstone. In Rewa group, some formation of shale and sandstone contain the diamondiferous conglomerate. In Rewa group, some formation of shale and sandstone contain the diamondiferous conglomerate. The presence of coal, the presence of coal intercalation indicate the existence of the plant in Kaimur and Semri group. Through the there is no workable coal seams there. The evidences of life is either direct or indirect. Direct evidences is mega and microfossil, that is Chauria and Tavuya. Indirect evidences are stromatolites and algal mats, etc. Then you have a Vindhyan supergroup. So Vindhyan supergroup is the thickest Precambrian sedimentary succession. Vindhyan supergroup is the thickest Precambrian sedimentary succession of India, and the duration of its deposition is the longest one. This is the references. This is the references we have taken from the information from this one. So one and all, so Vindhyan supergroup is a very important one of the group which cover the area which I have shown you in the this lecture. So the economic, each and every group in India, each and every group in India is having some economic importance. Each and every group in India is having some economic importance. So why this all the group has been studied, so that you can know that how the this group is formed, what is the age of the different group we have, what is the different group we have. So uh, overall, the Vindhyan supergroup along with the Kadapa Dharwar supergroup is a very important supergroup which study formally by the different workers. So it is mostly form which mostly showing the shale and sandstone, and the more the Panna sandstone. So though more the Panna sandstone is very much useful for this the one. Then we will move to the next group. Then we will move to the next group. That is a Kadapa supergroup. That is a Kadapa supergroup. How the Kadapa supergroup is formed? So, the Kadapa supergroup, there are the 14 major type of basin in India. There are 14 major type of basin in India. Among these basin, Kadapa basin is one of the biggest and most important for economic geology. The present study areas, that is at the Sri Sailam sub-basin located in the Kadapa basin is situated. Okay, so Kadapa basin is one of the very important basin, and the basin is filled with the more than 10 kilometer thick succession of igneous and sedimentary rock of the Kadapa and Kurnul group. This basin is comprises five basins, that is Chitravati, Nallamalai, and Sri Sailam and Kurnul Palnad groups. The Kadapa basin is situated in the eastern part of Dharwar Plateau and is one of the largest Proterozoic intracratonic sedimentary basin in India. It is a crescent shape and cover an area around 44,500 km square with maximum length and breadth of 440 km and 145 km respectively. In India, we have a 12 Proterozoic basin. In India, we have a 12 Proterozoic basin. They are as follows. So you have a Vindhyanchal, then we have a Kadapa basin. After the Vindhyanchal, we have a Kadapa, Chhattisgarh, Pakhar, Indravati, Kalatki. So this is the name of the different basin we have. We already studied the Vindhyan basin. Okay. So this is a different. So area wise, when we are considered Vindhyanchal, after that you have a Kadapa basin. So this is a location map of the basin, Kadapa basin. This is a geological succession. So now you have a different groups like Kurnul group and Kadapa super group. So in that one you have a Nallamalai, Chitravalti and Papagani. So in Papagani you have a Gulcheri quartzite, then you have a Vampel shale slate, quartzite of Pulvendra, Tapadari shale, quartzite. So this is the different forms you have. This is a paleoproterozoic magnetic event along with this one. The first group is a Papagani group. So King in 1872 has observed that basic flow along with some igneous rock remarkably follow the bedding planes in the lower Kadapa group. So vesicular tholeiitic basalt flow and basic seals represent a prominent mafic magnetism associated with the Vampel formation within the Papagani subbasin. So it Crawford and Compton provided the rubidium strontium age of 1583 plus minus 147 millennia for the basic lavas from the Vemula area in the southwest part of the Kadapa basin. A late radiometric age of 1756 plus minus 29 million year has been interpreted as the timing of the uranium mineralization in the Wempel formation with predominantly carbonate sequence. So you have a pyroclastic volcanism in the Papagani subbasin, which has been reported from the southwest part of the Kadapa basin. Geochemical studies suggested that basic flow in the Wempel formation resulted due to the low degree of partial melting of mantle peridotite salts. So, Chitravati group, which shows the widespread Proterozoic magmatic event. Chitravati group is showing the widespread Proterozoic magmatic event recorded into the Talpatri formation of the Chitravati group. It disposed the parallel to the basin configuration in its southwestern part. The north-northwest, south-southeast to northwest to southeast trending ultramafic seals and interbedded felsic magmatic rock are contemporaneously with the sedimentation and form a part of the magmato-stratigraphy in the Talpatri formation with the dolomite shale sequence. Formation, the basalt flow of the Vampel formation represent the early stage of volcanism in the Kadapa basin. Incidentally, the basic volcanic flow are not seen in the stratigraphic horizon above the Papagani group. However, basic volcanic and fine grain alpite ridge are reported rocks in a Talpatri and Nallamalai group. In recent geochronological study, Shepard et al. Indicated an age of 1862 million annum for the felsic top in the upper basin part of the Tarpatri sequence. In the Chitravati group, it concealed body of olivine gabbro has been intercepted a borehole during the drilling at Exit, Portugal. Then you have a Nallamalai basin, Nallamalai group. A southern part of the Nallamalai subbasin is characterized by the presence of extensive sequence of dolomite and argillites with the intercalated carbonaceous rocks. The Mangameta Barites deposit in a Columpate subbasin is perhaps the world's largest single-bedded barite deposit. Karunakaran ascribed a volcanogenic origin for the bedded barites near the. So this is a different kind of formation we have in this one. Then what is the tectonic setting of the Kadapa Basin? So the Kadapa Basin is an epicontinental platform. The Kadapa Basin is an epicontinental platform cover overlying an Archean basement. The basement contains two major tectonic zones. To the west is the Cratonic zone comprising the Peninsula Gneiss and several greenstone belt of the Dharwar supergroup and older Sarbur schist. To the east is a mobile belt. The eastern Ghat, part of a well-known Charnokite belt of the India and Ceylon. This belt is a polymetamorphic belt, subjected to the succession episode of the medium to high grade metamorphism between the 3100 to 450 million year ago. In the basement, we show In the basement, we only saw the representation of the peninsula. In the basement, we only saw the representation of the peninsula gneiss and younger intrusive granites. The most impressive feature of the extreme compositional uniformity of the gneiss over hundred of kilometers, it is a difficulty to imagine them being a meta-sedimentary one. The other feature is very well developed and exposed dolerite dike, several areas of the which intruded the craton before the Kadapa basin was developed. The Kadapa basin itself contains two distinctive tectonic belt boundaries, between them corresponding to that between the underlying basement belt. Just describe the western block is mildly deformed. Just describe the western block is mildly deformed with the flat like Kurnul group unconformably overlying gently dipping Chitravati and Papagani group. The eastern belt contains the tightly overfolded and overthrust Nallamalai group rock. There is almost no overlap between the depositional belt of these sequences. They virtually represent a quite separate basin with the younger thrust over this one. The structure. So, tectonically, the area is highly disturbed. Structurally and tectonically, the area is very highly disturbed. Western part of this one is a flat. Western part is very flat, lying, and eastern part is faulted the threshold. Then deformed western subbasin give way to the highly deformed Nallamalai fold belt in the east. Low amplitude open fold, low amplitude open fold in the west become the tied to isocliner and tied to isocliner and so so the fold axis traces curve toward the south the Nagari quartzite, which are displaced to east along the Kakarambi fault. The Nallamalai fold belt is affected by three phases of deformation as D1 structure that are tied to isocliner fold, D2 structure which is included in the northeast trending uh, open fold, D3 is a fold trending east-west overprint to earlier structure which are involved in the contradictional deformation of the Nallamalai and Palnan subbasin. The folding and the thrust folding are suggested to be post-coronal because of the overriding relation of Nallamalai fold belt into the flat lying sediment in the western subbasin. It is likely, however, that thrusting and folded is a multi-episodic and the time sequencing being uncertain. Then the sedimentation. The Kadapa supergroup sediment deposited non-conformally over the peninsular gneiss and Dharwar comprises the conglomerate, quartzite and limestone, dolomite and shale. Then we have a stratigraphic relationship. The Nallamalai group much more deformed. The Nallamalai group is much more deformed than the older Papagani and Chitravati group and the widespread cleavage develop the widespread some people, but can be explained by the fact that Nallamalai groups overlie the eastern mobile zone, while the older unit overlie in the craton the stratigraphic relationship, which is crucial. So we attempted it confirm straight stratigraphic contact apparently occur only a short belt near the Kadapa. There is clearly a marked angular discordance between the units here, but the question arises whether it is unconformity or a flat dipping thrust attempt to reach the contact on the ground were flatward by the time. Several efforts to interpret air photos to contact were foiled by the government policies which restrict access to the air photograph, apparently a defense policy and considerable hindrance to both our work and the local geologists. One can only assume that the relationship is correct. It is certainly a easiest interpretation of the available 1 has to 250,000 map. Assuming that mapping is correct, the interpretation requires that an increase in deformation. To the Kadapa pre-Kadapa basement dike are two prominent edges at the 1120 million year, and Rubian stones and the Picritic seals of Pulivendra formation gives the age of 1800 million annum. Then you have potassium argon ages of some dolerite dike under. So this is a different ages given by the different formation in a different potassium ages. You have a potassium argon potassium dates. This is a different kind of dates we have. This is a different kind of dates we have. Supergroup. And what is the most part is the what is the importance of Kadapa supergroup? What is the importance of Kadapa supergroup? So Kadapa, so economic importance of Kadapa supergroup. There is a uranium found in a Vampili formation. You have found a uranium which is in Vampili formation of Papagani group, which is a host rock is a phosphatic dolostone. The host rock is a phosphatic dolostone. Then you have promising mineralization at Richak and this one. Then you have a barytes which is found in a Pompet formation of Nallamalai group. Then you have a pomplate of which is found in a Nallamalai group. Then you have a barytes which is found in a this Nallamalai group. Diamond is also found as a placer deposit. Diamond is also found as a placer deposit in uh, Bangalpale quartzite of Kurnul group, limestone and dolomite. Then you have chrysolite that is formed as asbestos. This is a variety of quartz we have. Then the Vampel formation and Papagani group. Then you have ornamental stone like jasper, chert, which is also useful in the different ornamental things and all. Lake found in a uh, complete formation of Nallamalai. So this is the economic importance of the formation. This is a different formation of the Nallamalai, the Kadapa and Vindhyan group. This both the group are very much important. Economically, it is also very important as well as the geographically also it is very important group. So this both group having a diamond and all this one in the groups. So for the mining activity to know the sequence and all this one. So for this purpose, this group is very much important. I hope you understand this two super group very well. Thank you for listening quietly. Hope you have a better understanding about what is the Kadapa and how the Kadapa super group is. Thank you for listening this one. Thank you all.